So hi beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing well. My name is Cheryl. Today's video is going to be fun and different. I saw Betty Jean and her channel do the eyeshadow palette collection tag, and it was 8 questions. I thought it was fun and she tagged everyone, so I decided to jump in the wagon. I got all 8 questions here and I'm ready to go, so let's get started. So the first question is, if I would pick an eyeshadow palette in my collection that represents me, color story wise, which one would it be? So I went through all my palettes and I was trying to find the one that I gravitate towards more than the rest in terms of colors. And if you know me, you know that I love smoky eyes, dark smoky eyes. So I found this one, which I love. It's the Violet Voss Olive You Forever. I really enjoy this palette. So with this palette you could do dark smoky eyes by using these 4 right here in the corner, and it also has a pop of green, some green shimmers, which I love green, and you could do something more neutral and light for those days you want to look more natural. So I chose this one to represent me because of the color scheme. Plus the quality is really good and the shimmers perform really excellent. So the second question is, if I would pick an eyeshadow palette in my collection that represents me in terms of packaging. So this one was interesting. You know I love gothic things, I love Halloween, I love spooky, I guess you could say. So ColourPop did a collaboration with Disney on the movie Hocus Pocus, and I love that movie. So when I saw this, I had to buy it. I love this palette so much. I mean, look at the packaging. You have the cauldron right there in the center. This is the Gather Round Sisters. I mean, it's just so beautiful. I love everything witchy. All the names of the shades are here in the cauldron. And on the inside, you have the 3 sisters, the Sanders sisters. I love this movie so much that I have a shirt with the Sanders sisters. And it has purples, it has greens, which are my 2 favorite colors. You can also use this to make a dark smoky eye look. So, I mean, I just love it so much. The third question would be, if I would pick an eyeshadow palette from my collection that represents spring. So I chose the Ace Beauté Nostalgia. I mean, just by the flowers, that gives you spring vibes right there. Look how vibrant. Look at those yellows, which by the way, this yellow is amazing. I did a video just using this eyeshadow and it's really pigmented. It's really beautiful. You have your pinks, you have your yellow, you have lilac, orange, pastel orange. I mean, I think this is really good for spring. Plus you have a green up there too, which I love. So the next question is, if I would pick an eyeshadow palette from my collection that represents happy. So here we go again with more green. But I love green eyeshadows, I really do. And so I saw this one when it came out, and I mean, it's just gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I mean, look at those greens. That just brings happiness in my life. I think I've tried them all, and my favorites ones I think are the center color is amazing. This one, that one's beautiful. I also use this one a lot, and the brown. I mean, they're all pretty, but my favorite one is the center one. So this makes me really happy. Next question is, if I would pick an eyeshadow palette in my collection that represents the dark grungy in me. And you know I love dark grungy looks. So I went with the Tati Beauty Volume 1. I know this came out a while back, but I still use it. Especially this row right here. I mean, that's grungy. That's dark and grungy. It doesn't get any darker than that. And those glitters on top, amazing quality. Next question is, if I would pick an eyeshadow palette in my collection that represents the girly in me. which I think everybody has a girly side. And I chose Lilac You a Lot from ColourPop because this has some nice pink shades. I mean, this pink right here, I mean, that's just girly right there. Plus the lilacs are really good and soft. You've got the shimmers in there too. This one is also pink. I like this one. And my favorite down here, which is the violet one. This one's called Iffy. Even the name is girly. So I think this one would be perfect for like a girly palette. The next question is if I would pick an eyeshadow palette in my collection that represents fun. And I chose It's My Pleasure by ColourPop. Why did I choose this one? Because I love purple eyeshadows. Look at those purples. I mean, I love purple. I love green eyeshadows and purples. So this one is one of my favorites too. And I think it's fun. Last but not least, if I would pick an eyeshadow palette in my collection that represents inspiration. So for this one, I chose the Pure collab with Raw Beauty Christy. So, I mean, with this palette, you have it all. You have the colorful side, bright pops of color. I mean, you have green, you have purple, you have pink, hot pink, you have a really bright yellow, a really fiery, almost red. It's like an orange red. And you can do so many looks with this, rainbow color looks. Just by looking at it, you get inspired. Plus, not only that, if you don't want bright colors all the time, because not everybody uses bright colors all the time, you have the other side, which is the neutral side. This is the one that I use more. I mean, I already hit pan on this one, as you can see. You got this side of it too, which is more neutral and more wearable during the day for your job or whatever. So you have your pops of color on one side or neutrals, both in one palette. So those are all the 8 questions from this tag. I tag everyone who wants to do it. Even if you're not a creator, you could just leave your answers in the comments and I'll read them to know which ones inspire you and which ones do you enjoy. And I will link Betty Jean's video that she did on this link down below, and I will also leave the 8 questions in the description box, so in case you want to do it yourself, you could just copy paste it from there. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, click on the bell to be notified every time I upload, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye guys.